So in this problem, we're being asked to go from a standard form, y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, to a vertex form, f of x equals a times x minus h squared plus k, where hk would be the vertex of the parabola, of the quadratic. So to complete the square, first off, what we want to do is we want to factor out anything from the x squared and x terms that will factor. We're going to separate the constant from the rest of the equation. So in other words, first off, we're going to write this as, let's put these together, negative 4x squared minus 8x. And again, the parentheses aren't necessary when you actually do it. We're just doing this so I can show exactly what we're doing. So now, are there any common factors other than x with negative 4x squared minus 8x? Well, 4 and 8 are both divisible by 4, so that's a common factor. So we will factor out the negative 4. So negative 4 times x squared plus 2x. And again, we still have this plus 1. Now, in order to complete the square with ax squared plus bx plus c, to complete the square, what we want to add, well, sorry, I guess I shouldn't have added that c. When we complete the square, what we want to do is it's b divided by 2 squared, and that's what we add as c when we complete the square. B divided by 2 squared. So in this case, with x squared plus 2x, b equals 2. That's the coefficient on x. So we want 2 divided by 2 squared, which equals 1 squared, which equals 1. So that's what we want to add to 2x, x squared plus 2x, in order to complete the square. Now, whatever we add here, we're going to have to get rid of with the constant. But be careful, because we're multiplying into parentheses. So negative 4 times x squared plus 2x, and then our 2 divided by 2 squared is 1. So this is plus 1. We still have our plus 1 on the outside. But now, what exactly did we do on this side of the equation? Well, when we added 1, it's being multiplied by negative 4, so we subtracted 4. Ultimately, that's what we're doing, is we're subtracting 4. Negative 4 times 1 is negative 4, so we need to add 4 out here. So that gives us negative 4 times, now we completed the square, so this would just be x plus 1 squared. X times x is x squared, x plus x is 2x, and then 1 times 1 is 1, so it works out. And then plus 1 plus 4 is 5. So in our vertex form, f of x equals a times x minus h squared plus k, f of x equals negative 4 times x plus 1 squared plus 5. Now, what all does this form tell us? That, well, it opens down because negative 4 is out front, a is negative, and the vertex is at negative 1, 5. So to go from our ax squared plus bx plus c form, completing the square, we put the x terms together, factor out anything that's in common as far as the coefficients are concerned. Then the term on x, we divide by 2 and square, then add that to the expression of x inside the parentheses. And remember, we have to consider whatever we're adding or subtracting inside the parentheses has to be multiplied by what's on the outside of the parentheses, so we have to counteract that by doing the opposite operation with the same value with the constant that's left on the outside of the parentheses. So f of x equals negative 4x squared minus 8x plus 1. When we do complete the square and simplify, we get f of x equals negative 4 times 1, or times x plus 1 squared plus 5.